Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Committee of the Whole on Monday, September 15th. I call the meeting to order. We have a few opening comments, actually quite a few. So let's start out with Crystal.
Yes, I just want to say a huge congratulations to the Dinosaur Valley Half Marathon Committee, which is a very small committee of Becky Kwolichuk, Wendy Laughlin, and Karen McMillan, but they also couldn't have made it so successful this year with almost 700 runners, the most in 15 years. There was about 50 other volunteers that made the day success, and the winner overall was actually from Germany. So we are getting international runners for the marathon. So congrats to that team.
Wonderful. Tony?
Yeah, just a reminder that applications for the world's largest dinosaur legacy fund are open until September 30th. If your not-for-profit or community group has a capital project that supports economic development in Drumheller, this fund could help by providing a grant of up to $25,000. Don't miss your chance to be part of Drumheller's ongoing growth and success. For more information, contact the Drumheller and District Chamber of Commerce.
Stephanie.
Thank you. So Alberta Culture Days is September 1st to 30th each year. It's the province's month-long celebration of arts, heritage, diversity, and community spirit, hosted by community organizations. It is an opportunity for all Albertans to discover, experience, and celebrate arts and culture by attending or hosting local events and activities across the province. So come to the Tastes of the World event at the Badlands Community Facility on Saturday, September 20th. The BCF Fieldhouse will transform into a vibrant hub of food, culture, and connection, featuring multicultural food vendors, Ukrainian, Filipino, Mexican, and more. Plus, it's free to attend, so make sure you come hungry.
Patrick.
Just a reminder, next Monday, September 22nd, is nomination day. Nominations close at noon. So if you're thinking of running for mayor or council, don't delay. To submit your papers, the great idea is just to book an appointment with the returning officer by emailing legislativeservices@drumheller.ca or calling 823-1347.
And speaking of nominations, I'd like to welcome Cheryl McNeil and Samantha Haddon. They both have put their name forward for counselors, and I really do appreciate you, honest from the bottom of my heart, that you come and attend and see what goes on, because it's good to fill the environment. And so anybody else that's out there listening, considering, we have another meeting next Monday at 4:30, another one October 6th, and then it goes into election mode. So so anybody interested, please come and attend the council meetings, and thank you both ladies for attending. And I would like to make one of my favorite proclamations that as it will be my last one. So as the mayor of Drumheller, it's my honor for the last time in this role to join with council in proclaiming September 21st to 27th as National Royal Canadian Legion Week in our community. This year is especially meaningful as it marks the 99th anniversary of the Drumheller Legion Branch number 22. For nearly a century, the Legion has been a cornerstone of our town, honoring veterans, supporting their families, and building community through service, remembrance, and fellowship. To celebrate this milestone, the Drumheller Legion has planned a week of events. On Wednesday, September 24th, there will be a wreath-laying ceremony at the town cenotaph at 6 p.m., followed by a Legion Branch number 22 general meeting. Thursday, September 25th is the second Veterans Dinner of the year, featuring beef on a bun. The event is free for veterans and their spouses, and just $10 for others to join in. And on Saturday, September 27th is an awards night to recognize and honor Legion members for their contribution and accomplishments. National Legion Week is a time for all of us to say thank you and to recognize the incredible service of our veterans and the tireless efforts of the Legion members in keeping their sacrifices and stories alive. Therefore, on behalf of Council and the town of Drumheller, I invite everyone to take part in the events, connect with the Legion, and celebrate the 99 years of dedication and community spirit branch number 22 has given to Drumheller. And thank you to all of those members who have been part of the Legion It's been an honor for me for 8 years to be able to attend different functions. Really, they're just a great group of people, and just thank you for their service and thank you for everything they do, past, present, and into the future. All right. Do we have any additions to the agenda? No. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda as presented, please? Tony?
I move that council adopt the agenda for September 15, 2025, committee of the whole meeting as presented.
Seconder? Patrick? All in favor? Are you in favor? Thank you. Carried. Can I get a motion to accept the minutes of June 9th, please? Crystal?
I move that the committee approves the minutes for the June 9th, 2025 committee of the whole meeting as presented.
Seconder? Stephanie? Comments? All in favor? Carried. And we shall move on as it's a very short agenda for this part. 6.1.1, please. Sorry, I think it's Greg.
Just double checking. Thank you, Your Worship. My name is Greg Peters. I'm the Protective Services Director for the town of Drumheller. If it pleases council to draw your attention to a briefing note and a copy of a draft bylaw regarding a proposed municipal policing committee for the town. If council recalls earlier this year, much discussion and back and forth with the province and council coming forward with the option that they would best go forth with regarding a municipal policing commission or committee rather, excuse me. In short, is the Alberta government seeking with the RCMP to offer greater input in communities, seeking to provide a voice where oftentimes in the past that might not have been felt by municipalities and elected councils, that you had a voice in policing given the nature of the RCMP and the rural areas anyway, the nature of the provincial contract in rural policing and the way the RCMP does business. The town elected to go forth with a municipal policing committee just for the town of Drumheller. Several options were discussed, and I subsequently ran them by the Office of Police Governance of the province, such as, is it possible to have a policing committee for the entire detachment area of RCB Drumheller, and that wasn't an option. Could we band with local partners sharing a border, and a similar difficulties posed that I'm not exactly sure were thought of initially when the strategy by the province was put forward. However, here we are. The draft bylaw is regarding rules to be followed, provincial guidelines, how it will do business, how to become a member of the committee, how the committee can deal with certain issues, policing issues, bring them to the attention of the RCMP, and setting forth rules and policies for meetings, how somebody can join, membership eligibility, things of that ilk for the committee. That's a brief overview, Mrs. Colberg, but I'm happy to answer any questions. I was just asking if council would be so kind as to review this, anticipating a first reading perhaps of the bylaw next meeting, next Monday. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Can I get a motion, please, council? Patrick?
I move that the committee recommends that administration bring proposed municipal policing bylaw number 35.25 to the regular council meeting for the first reading on September 22nd, 2025 as presented.
Seconder, please. Stephanie? Comments, council? Tony?
Yeah, thanks, Greg, for plowing forward on this. I think having our own independent body here versus a partnership with our surrounding neighbors is the way to go. This will be much more localized to Drumheller, which is going to have various different needs than surrounding partners would have. So that was the idea of going through with our own. So you did some good work in getting ministerial approval to get that set up. Good bylaw. I just had, on 6.1, 6.3, can you explain the rationale for the mayor being attending but not having a vote on this committee here?
Um, I may not have the best answer, Mr. Locker. These were the guidelines put forward by the province. There's a great deal of back and forth with myself and the Office of Police Governance. I'm happy to seek a better answer this week. But these are some of the guidelines put forth that I adhere to in the composition of the bylaw. But I don't have the great incisive answer, frankly, but I'm happy to directly
Okay.
message that office and indicate.
Great, if you wouldn't mind doing that. I know it's
Yeah.
proposed to be made up of 2 councillors and 3 members, and those people will have votes. But the advisory and the non-voting capacity people is the officer in charge, which I can understand. The CAO, which is a representative of the town, which I can understand. However, I think the mayor should be part of versus 2, not 3 councillors then and 3 members at large.
Yeah. No, sir. In some of the conversations I had, it was clear that the province was seeking to remove sort of a hierarchical or people that could be influenced by people in certain positions, looking to put it back on community members. That was clear. Um, to take away the influence of the officer in charge or the influence of the CAO or myself or whoever's sitting on the committee, and as well as the mayor. That's what I believe is their answer, and that's what I believe. But that's just my taking apart as I wrote the bylaw and back and forth conversation. So I will certainly follow up. Yep. Yes, sir.
Patrick?
This committee is solely for sort of the relationship between the RCMP and the town of Drumheller?
Sir?
Is it just solely for the RCMP and the town of Drumheller? I'm just thinking that
Yes.
policing has been changing a lot. We've got our own bylaw enforcement. We see sheriffs, we see changes. Will this evolve if policing changes, or should this be more inclusive to
No,
say
it's just the
policing?
municipal boundaries of the town of Drumheller. Mr. Kolafa and the policing committee will address that inside the boundaries.
Anybody else? All right. So yeah, that's a curious thing I was going to ask that regarding that. I think maybe the intent on that was the mayor doesn't vote. However, if one of the other members is absent, maybe because I see that they want to have an imbalance, right? They want a 3 and 2, so they want to have an imbalance, which is correct. But maybe just they can word that a bit that the mayor votes if one of the council members
Well,
can't
I'll
attend
put the
or
larger
something like
question,
that.
Mrs. Culver, to them, but I think that was going to be, that was their position to take away. So people like the mayor, the CAO, myself, or the officer in charge provide guidance, but not exactly sway. It's an
Yeah,
idyllic
it
thing, but
makes
I'll
sense.
follow up. I
Yeah.
promise. I'll get back to everyone as soon as I can get an answer. I'll follow up first thing in the morning.
All right. Okay. Any other comments? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. All right. Can I get a motion to go in closed session, please? Crystal?
I move the committee closes the meeting to the public at 4:43 p.m. to discuss services level review and CAO report as per ATIA 28 local public body confidences and ATIA 29 advice from officials.
Seconder, please. Patrick? All in favor? Carried. Thank you for everyone for being with us. Probably one of the shortest meetings since I've been mayor. But we do have some things that need to be discussed, and once we come out, we will be done for the day. So a reminder to everyone, if you are interested in running for council, it would be great to see you in council chambers September 22nd and October 6th, and we can answer any questions for you, any of us here at the table. Take care, have a fabulous week, and as always, please be kind to your friends and neighbors and look after each other. Thank you.